Welcome back, guys. Let's get you situated here. So right now I'm taking a quick break. It's raining outside, and I didn't run to the post office, but I just went to the post office, delivered our packages for the day, and we're still continuously just cleaning this out. But what we're doing too at the same time is we're integrating new SKUs for our products so that I can see them from the Seller Central. Their perishable dates, their best by dates, and that's kind of important because I have a set rule of like 4 to 5 months. 3 is pushing it on something that is perishable. 3 is really pushing it. The SKU will have a indicator date on it so that I will be aware of, should I cut the product off the list of the inventory, or do we reduce it to the point where it's just getting rid of it, dumping it. So we're doing that now. Now, what I did notice in one of the products that I was listing, and this is something that I do, and I want you to take note of this. Now, when I take a product and I scan it, I look at my competition. Before, like on eBay, I would take the lowest price to the highest price, and then I would do the median, and that would be based on sold items. Now, that's what I do on eBay, and that's a good tip because then you're kind of like in between. But on Amazon, you got to go with what's competitive. And if it doesn't have a buy box, which I don't think this one does, but it's got almost 20 sellers in it, and that's a lot of competition. It's close to my cutoff. I think 24 is my cutoff. If I'll do 24 or 20 with a low number, and I think I've got four items in this one. So it's not bad. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not like I got 100 units with somebody with 20 sellers. But now what I'm trying to get at is I was thinking, okay, now that we're redoing the SKU with the expiration date on it to make it easier for me to look at it from the first page, now how competitive can we be? Because we haven't touched this product's price in a while, and it's got about another say another 6-7 months on it. So we got to start thinking about getting it in that area for it to get out the door. And as I'm doing that, I'm looking at the lowest price. Now I see the seller information on this individual. I've seen him before on other products that I have, and I've never really noticed and realized that he has a 76% positive rating. Now, that doesn't really necessarily mean anything to anybody except for maybe the consumer. I don't even know if Amazon really looks into that, or sees the complaints, or whatever the case may be. That might be a calculation in the metrics. I'm not sure, but he's got over 1,200 ratings, and that gives me an indication that he sells a lot of product. And it might be a one-man show. I don't know, but I noticed that in some of the remarks, just in today's processing alone, in the last 30 days, he says 22% of negative feedback. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first 6 of today's feedbacks are all negative. And it's making me believe that the individual is a drop shipper, because it's a lot about shipping and being late and not receiving the items and being refunded. And people are happy to get their money back, so they give them 5 stars for giving back the money. They never receive the product. And then there's maybe some indication in here, and I might be going off on a limb. There might be third-party feedback altering here, so he's in violation of the Amazon's policy. I'm not an investigator, nor do I work for Amazon to even indicate that, but it looks suspicious. It really does with some of this stuff. It's funny, though, that the consumer, that the consumer will take every extent possible to write a story about how bad your service was, but when everything works their way, they either don't respond or they'll just put thanks. So anyway, look into your competitor, find out why they're selling it cheap, find out what's up, what makes them, what holds them together. And with that feedback in itself, you can gather information to see if you're even going to consider that individual as a competitor. Now, when I see a feedback person less than 80%, I don't even count them. I mean, I'm sorry, but I don't even count them as an equation in my pricing wars that I'm going to have with the people in and around my area that I'm comfortable putting the product to make money. The object is to make money, and I'm going to let him sink his own ship. Now, I'm competing with FBA sellers fulfilled by Amazon. So they have that $25 Prime issue that a customer has to spend in order to get that product. So I kind of gauge my price in and around under $25, depending on what it is, that I can be competitive. But then I also have to look at what they're selling it for. And that's where I like to come in, somewhere in that comfort area where a customer would be willing to pay a little extra to have it shipped to their house. But I try not to gouge it. But my point of this video is to make you guys pay attention to your competitors, check their feedback, see what their customers are saying about their service, and provide a better service. You know, that's the whole experience of Amazon, is to have a better customer service. And lo and behold, in some cases, when you get in, or if you're in this, you're going to understand where I'm coming from with this. It's not good. It's not good. In some cases it is, in some cases it's not. I go into the forums a lot, and I look around and I read and I try to get information. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, take note of this video. Look at your competition, read their feedback, see what they have to offer, get some information, because you need to know, and I'm going to say this lightly, but you need to know your enemy. You got to know where they're at. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? So you need to know where your enemy is, so you can sleep better at night. You know what I mean? So good luck. I wish you the best. Like and subscribe. Hit that button down below. The hustle is a grind, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.